What made you take this direction of being an author?
Um, I guess deep inside it's something that I always wanted to do. I'm an avid reader, and I've always read from as far back as I can remember. Actually, I would be the little girl who on rainy days would bug her mom to take her to the library and get my books, come back and just close up in my room and just escape in my books. And as I got older, I always thought about maybe writing one day and thinking that was something that I wanted to do. So after a while, and I was always good at writing, in school and everything. So after a while, I went on this site actually online, and I would read some of the stories that authors would post up on the online site, and I tried my hand at doing it, to get some of these stories out of my head that have always been swimming around in my head. And I posted the story, and people liked it. So that prompted me to just, write another, and they kept asking for more and more, and eventually, they encouraged me to publish my work, and I did. I self-published my first book, Buried Secrets, and it did great. It took off great. So, it's something that I just love to do, and it's my passion. It's what I
Second
see
question
myself
is,
doing.
would you change anything about your journey?
I wouldn't change anything about my journey. And the thing is, I think I've published about 8 books so far, but I still feel like, I'm at the beginning of my journey. I'm still learning. With every book that I write, and with response that comes out with every book, I'm still learning. So it hasn't been a hard journey. I have my family behind me, and a lot of encouragement. My readers encourage me. So it hasn't been a hard journey at all. It's just something that I love doing. So far, I wouldn't change a thing about what I've done.
If you could advise someone else who wants to do what you're doing, what would you tell them to do?
I would tell them to, first of all, just make sure it's something that you really love, because it's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be easy for anyone to start doing this. I mean, you might have rejection, you might have people that may try to drag you down or bring you down, because it's not everybody's dream. But if it's your dream, stick with it. Make sure it's something that you love doing. I myself, I advise, I know it's something that everybody says, but write every day, because the more you write, the better you get at it, and the easier it becomes, the easier it flows. And when I said make sure writing is something that you like to do, I still like to read over my books, because I like reading my books, and I think that's important, because if I'm interested in them and they keep my attention and enthrall me, and even if I'm the person that wrote them, I think other people will like to read your writing too. So you have to make sure that it's really something that you need to do, and just keep at it and learn everything you can about your craft. You never stop trying to learn about writing. I mean, there's so many things out there that can help you on your journey. I mean, I live in a small town myself, so I don't really know anybody in the publishing industry. I have an author who's helped me and answered questions that I might have, but for the majority of it, I've learned myself. You have to go out there and jump in there and be responsible for your own craft. You can't expect anyone to help you get out there, because you got to help yourself first. So
What kind of music lately calms you down and pumps you up?
the music that kind of calms me down, I'll like put on Pandora lately while I'm doing something, and I like the old school music, a little bit better than this new music that's out, because that's when the singers were, they really sing from their soul. I love Mary J. Blige. I love artists like SWV. I love Escape. That's real music to me, and that just kind of calms me down and gets me in mode and just helps me just escape for a little while. And then on the other side, I like artists such as I like Usher, I like J. Cole, I like Jay-Z, of course. I like some of Kanye's music. I like a lot of the rap music. I love Chris Brown. He's pretty controversial right now, but I really like listening to Chris Brown, and he's a good artist, and hopefully things will work out for him. And actually, I've become a fan of Rihanna's lately. I wasn't really because I've looked how she was portrayed in the public, but just reading up on her and just following her a little bit, I enjoy listening to Rihanna a little bit as well.
If you could meet a living person and had an hour of their time, who would it be and why?
Probably a couple years ago. I mean, the two women that I would love to meet, of course, Oprah, and I admire Shonda Rhimes. I admire both of them because they're women of color. They built up their brands in a market where it's hard for an African American female to get out there and do her thing. So I admire both of them, especially Shonda Rhimes because I wasn't, to be honest, I wasn't a fan of Grey's Anatomy and the spinoff of Grey's Anatomy. So I had heard of her name, but I didn't really know who she was until my favorite show came out, Scandal. And like everybody else, I'm in the TV every week. I'm waiting breathlessly, trying to see what's going to happen. But also, I'm looking at how Shonda Rhimes just puts everything together and soaking up the skills that she puts into it. To keep all the audience at on the edge of their seats and keep them coming back for more. I would just want to pick her brain and just see, what she's thinking or just, and I like to apply things like that to my writing because I think she's a brilliant woman, a brilliant, writer, screenplay writer, and I wouldn't mind meeting Shonda Rhimes. She would probably be my number one right now.
Um, do you have any other projects going on right now or coming soon?
Yes, right now I'm getting ready to release a standalone book titled Sins and Betrayals, and that should be released July 2013. I don't have a definite date yet, but I'm looking at somewhere around the middle of July 2013 for that. I have my Sin City Heat series, which includes 5 novels plus 1 prequel for that entire series. So I'm working on book 6 and book 7 for the Sin City Heat series. Looking forward to that. And as I said, Sins and Betrayals, that's actually a standalone because I have 2 series that are out now, the Sin City Heat series and the Baron trilogy, actually. So I'm kind of excited to release a standalone book. I only have one other standalone right now, and that's The Honey Trap. So it's going to be a little different just releasing a standalone. But Sin City Heat 6, I was hoping to have that ready and released around August of 2013, but I've had sickness in my family. My grandmother's been sick, so that's kind of taking the focus off of my writing, of course. But she's doing better, so I'm focusing back on my writing and finishing up Sin City Heat 6 now. So hopefully around September, I'll be able to release that. And I had wanted to release book 7 in December. That was the plan, December 2013. But as I said, everything's backed up. So after Sin City Heat 6, I may release another standalone book. And then probably January 2014, I'll release Sin City Heat 7. And then after that, it'll take us right into my Patel series. And that Patel series is sort of a spin-off of my Sin City Heat series because one of my main characters, Daryl Monroe, he's going to be the driving force into that first series. So he'll be active in that series. Plus, the first series will also feature Hawk Patel. Hawk Patel is a character that I introduced in Angel's Wrath, and he only had a few lines, but for some reason he actually took off with my readers, and they've been asking me at least every week about Hawk Patel. So Hawk Patel is going to be in that third series as well. He's going to be Raven, who is a character out of my Angel's Wrath book. She and Hawk will have a storyline in that Patel series. So I'm looking forward to that in 2014. Looking forward to the third book in the Baron trilogy in 2014. Several standalone books. So I have 2014 all planned out. Basically 2015 all planned out. So hopefully just good things will continue to come, and my readers will continue to enjoy my work and continue to enjoy.
Okay, I'd just like to thank you, Author SK. I absolutely love your book. And I hate that I have to wait until 2014 for Baron Part 3, but I absolutely love that book. I was going through some stuff right then, and the second part, oh my goodness, I had to finish reading the first to get to the second. And let me just say, I love your book. And I'm going to have to go back and read The Honey Trap because that sounds very interesting. And and I just want to say thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to say?
Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate you reaching out to me, and I appreciate your patience and, asking my questions and, catching up with me. So I'm glad you didn't give up on that. And I've enjoyed the interview questions. As far as my books are concerned, again, I'm just glad. I thank my readers so much for the support that they've always given me. I love them. I love my family, and I appreciate their support. So hopefully this is only the beginning, and we have decades more of SK to come, and whether they're books, TV series, movies, we're going to do it all. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And again, just thank everybody for your support. And thanks again, Jennifer.